What's to say about the Terrifier films other than their glorified special effects reels for Damien Leone? That's about it. In terms of plot, characters, or any semblance of a story, there's not much to offer. But that's not why Terrifier fans enjoy these movies. They enjoy them because of how over-the-top, gruesome, and disgusting they are. They get to see Art, a spooky clown, rip people to shreds in the most violent ways imaginable. So, that's the point. Review over, right? Well, no. I gotta spend at least 2 minutes on this thing, so here's an attempt at the plot. 5 years after the events of Terrifier 2, Sienna and her brother Jonathan meet their extended family for Christmas. Both are still suffering from the terror of their experience with Art the Clown, Sienna by seeing the ghost of her dead friend, and Jonathan by being a shy incel. The first 30 minutes of the movie is spent giving us more confusing backstory about Art. The little girl clown from the second movie is gone, and Victoria, the girl from the first movie, who is horrifically disfigured, is now something like Art and helps him with his murders. We still don't know why. Art then finds a guy in a Santa suit and brutally murders him, taking his suit and beard. We finally find out that Sienna and Art are linked somehow. Apparently, a demon can enter the body of somebody recently deceased who is an evil person, but when that happens, fate or something assigns a counterperson to help defeat the demon. Why?
I don't know.
If you're wondering who the evil serial killer Art uses as a conduit to exist it's Victoria from the first movie, apparently. Was there any setup to this at all in the first two movies? No, but why would we expect there to be? These movies aren't stories. Sienna continues to have episodes where she witnesses terrifying visions of Art and her dead friend while taking medication that doesn't seem to help. The acting in this movie is the best it's been, but unfortunately, with a script as weak as this one, the actors can't do much with it. The rest of the movie is just ramping up to a final showdown between Art and Sienna, and if you were expecting an ending, you're not going to get one, just to set up for Terrifier 4. We're going to get 10 of these things, aren't we? I guess as long as the money flows, yes. The story of Terrifier 3 is almost not worth talking about because really, who cares? Not the audience, and certainly not Damien Leone. No, what we should be talking about is the kills. They really ramped this up to 11. How many times can they keep doing this? The violent murders that Art the Clown inflicts upon his many victims in this movie are certainly a sight to see. He even murders children in this one. When I watched the first Terrifier movie back in 2016, I thought it was a piece of crap. The gore effects were pretty good, but I didn't think they were anything special. Then in 2020, I heard they were making a sequel. Why? What about that movie was so good that there was interest in a second film? Well, apparently Art the Clown is a charismatic enough villain that audiences felt glee watching him smash, flay, and otherwise dismember the sacks of meat known as characters in these movies. The Terrifier movie was now a cult film. I wasn't the only one to criticize the writing of the first movie, and writer and director Damien Leone said he would take more care with the story in the second movie. Well, he didn't. But what he did do was improve on his special effects work. Facing the same criticism, he said he would do better for the third movie. And guess what? He didn't. So either he's just trolling critics at this point, or he's just lying, because in all honesty, why should he care about the story of these movies? His fans don't. All his fans want is blood and carnage, and that's what he gives them, and they buy tickets to see the movie. So maybe the joke is on me. Maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree when I expect story, character, and substance to go along with my bloody gore. Maybe I'm the problem. I want something from a movie that was never going to give it to me in the first place. Maybe the bar for a good story and characters is so low that offerings like Terrifier are enough to satisfy audiences who seem to gaslight themselves into thinking what they watched was a quality film. Either way, this movie isn't for me. And if you're like me and enjoy a little more meat to chew on in your entertainment, you'll want to steer clear of this one.